With a background of the night sky, this project highlights the light shows that are occasionally projected on the Cathedral of Notre Dame. During the light shows, the normally gray building shimmers in a rainbow of colors that really emphasize the beauty of this 700-year-old church. It's an example of Gothic architecture that was popular during the 13th century. Notre Dame means Our Lady in French. Its unique features include large stained glass windows called rose windows. And I hope you enjoy this project. As you begin, step number 1 starts off with a wet-on-wet watercolor technique. Get your paper all filled with just water, plain water from the tub. When you get your watercolor brush full of watercolors, you'll notice that I'm just dabbing the paints onto the paper. I sped this up so that you could see the whole project in a quick amount of time. This project actually took me a little bit longer than what you're seeing in real life. But what I really wanted you to notice is that I'm not taking the brush and just spreading the color. You'll notice that I'm just dabbing the paint onto the paper from my watercolor set, trying to apply the colors in any random order that I want. I tried using a watercolor like a rainbow gradient onto this project. You can do any kind of pattern that you want. Now, I've already taken one that's dry and looked at the Notre Dame Cathedral. You'll notice with my rectangles, I'm beginning with my shapes, 2 rectangles stacked and 2 smaller rectangles vertical to remind myself of the shapes that make up the Notre Dame Cathedral. Again, you'll notice 2 rectangular stacks at the bottom, 2 small vertical stacks on top. I set my drawing aside and I'm thinking about balance. In my head, I'm trying to look at the idea sheet as a basic starting point, but please don't worry about making it perfect. I'm just going to go ahead and use that as an idea of inspiration for this project. If you want it to be very close to being the same, you can, but please don't feel like I'm going to be looking at it and trying to make it the exact same. My goal is just to get that inspiration or ideas onto my paper to make people remind them of the Notre Dame Cathedral. I'm not worrying about perfection. I don't want you to worry about that either. Now I'm starting in on my rose window. As I begin drawing my pencil, I'm also thinking about some balance. Whatever I did on the right-hand side of the cathedral, I will also be repeating on the opposite side. So as you finish watching these first few steps on the right-hand side, soon I'll be going ahead and doing the left side as well. Now, I've set this aside and did this on my own so that it's finished in pencil. And I noticed that my Sharpies are starting to dry out. So you can use Sharpies if you want to, or you can use a black crayon, you can use a black colored pencil, anything that you want to use to outline it in black so that you can see the details of the project. I'm just going to go ahead and finish outlining with my black right now on top of the dried watercolor. Take a moment and cut out your leftover space, glue it onto a piece of black construction paper, and lastly, start designing the night sky with your oil pastels. Thanks, everyone.